I'm here because I am so profoundly concerned about the direction our country is heading. The last 20 years, career politicians, and this president in particular, has set us on a course that will lead to a financial collapse. Prior to the air conditioner, people went to Washington, served for the spring and fall, left Washington during the summer months because, as we all know, in Washington it can be 100 degrees and 90% humidity, and we had citizen legislators. With the advent of the air conditioning, we have career politicians that stay there, and all they have is skills such as getting reelected, giving speeches, raising campaign contributions. That's why we have 100% debt to our GDP and the highest tax rate in the world. I think probably the most irresponsible thing that career politicians have done over the last 2 decades is that they have constantly raised the debt ceiling without any strict conditions or teeth that would end up with a balanced budget. We have to get revenue generation. We have to give confidence to business people out there that the federal government is not going to collapse, so they will make an investment in this economy and get jobs going and get a greater revenue into the federal government in a positive way, not through increasing taxes. I see our society shifting from one of self-determination, self-accomplishment, and independence to one of entitlement and dependence on government. We know that's a path of destruction. We've seen it so often. The 2 areas in our country that have had the greatest rate of inflation, cost increase over the last 20 years are healthcare and our higher education system. What are the 2 similarities between those 2 issues? It is massive government involvement. So I think we need to move our healthcare system in a private sector approach, allow people to make choices for themselves, have it operate at the ground and community level. Everything should be able to stand on its own 2 feet. If it cannot be economically viable by itself, then it should not be getting government assistance. This is crony capitalism at its worst. I've talked about Solyndra, how George Kaiser, one of President Obama's major campaign donors, gave him a major contribution. And what did President Obama do? Sign off on $500 million of loan guarantees of our money. What happened? The company went bankrupt. A few years later, laid off all its employees. President Obama still has his campaign contribution. The American taxpayer has a $500 million hole. I think it is fundamentally wrong. We need to get out. There is no reason we should spend any more of our young people's blood or our treasure in that country. I don't understand why we're trying to remake a society there, build roads, build schools, when we have economic needs back home. If we feel that we need to protect our interests, there is no reason we cannot use one of the bases in adjoining countries or put a base right in Afghanistan, bring our soldiers inside it. Don't let them be out there where they're risking their lives. We've been there way too long. It's time to get out.